Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing our Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 run as Liu Biao with a whole bunch of custom officers. We have been kind of waiting for this special setting to occur, and that way we can fight something that's quite hard. If we go to scenario settings, we will see in scenario settings here, unification of forces. Eventually everyone will unite against us, and this is what we are waiting for in regards to like kind of having a more difficult run and presenting a little bit of challenge. We took another city, and I'm starting to think it might be bugged because currently we have roughly 1/3 of China here. If we hover over here, you can see on the right it does say we have 31% of China, and if they don't unify against us soon, it might not even present that big a challenge. So we are going to continue along and try and both prepare for the eventual sort of thing and also expand. We're right now kind of pressing into Zhucheng. This is often a place I really like putting the capital in any like Romance of the Three Kingdoms game, and so we'll continue trying to pressure them slowly. As slow as that car outside is, you know what I'm saying? No, we're going to try and pressure them relatively slowly and just inch forward using these catapult towers, which is kind of what we've been doing this entire time. We'll just take a turn off here, or we'll just take a turn because we already prepped most of the stuff anyways, and see what this defense with those towers looks like, because we're trying to finish them up, and it's not a tremendous amount of damage. Oop. We'll of course employ and then detain. This is an officer that is ruler of the Qi Kingdom during the Warring States era. They are unlockable. Pretty solid. We'll just detain them. This is a bit unfortunate though. They are not taking as much damage as I would have liked. And we get a nice little trap down though. And we're getting down maybe not as much damage as we would have liked, but a decent amount of damage here. And this is kind of going to be how we play it. Of course, we will move her over. Now, it's kind of unfortunate. We don't necessarily want to... The fire is a little bit annoying. Actually, we'll advance him here and have her just wait here. She'll give the support bonus, and they should be able to clean up, dust up these troops. It looks like some of them are heading back now that we are not pressing them so far anymore. So there's a ton of troops in Chenliu that were coming towards us, but we're just going to look to kind of creep up on this left side as well, because we need to get a full surround before we can go for the city proper. So this will help out on that front. We are getting advanced on in a couple other spots. We want to cut the supply line, but it's looking like they are being a little bit sticky, but there's no way Lu Bu can take this city by himself like this, and so we just need to play a little patiently. Lu Bu will do an enormous amount of damage with his tactic to anyone, and here they're never going to push into this. Look, they did 2 damage there to our 10k stack. They are going to try and get some adjacency bonuses. Looks like they're going to sweep around and try and do one of these, but we should be able to cut them off in various ways. We can't march out from Changsha because it's under AI control, but this should be fine. We could also cut them off from behind back here. And so, you know, just kind of defending and pushing here in Zhucheng is what we'll be up to. So Lu Bu, the last couple turns, just YOLO'd it in by himself, lost most of his troops on the city, and now we are a little scared of Yang Kai coming in, you know, because he does have a siege unit. Hopefully we'll be able to cut this supply line in a decent way. Let's see if we get the employ off on these gentlemen. We do on one. That's nice. We'll detain the other, and notably Ganning is quite quick, but I think the siege weapon is going to get in a little bit, and now he's getting adjacency bonuses, but hopefully we do manage to get in here a bit of, man, we might lose this city here, actually. We do have reinforcements coming in from down low. Lu Bu's unit's almost done, so maybe we could march out with the idea that we are going to try and avoid Lu Bu's unit specifically, and maybe try and march out in a ring formation. Someone who's pretty good on the defensive. She's actually pretty strong in terms of, you know, having really high strength, so maybe she could even win a duel against Lu Bu. But we also just, I mean, we mainly just want to make sure Yang Kai doesn't get in on the city. And to do that, I think that just someone doing just a little bit of a ring formation and just looking to play defense will probably be pretty good. I believe she has disorder. If she doesn't, we'll teach it to her. So let's teach her disorder. So she does restrained and this. and we'll just march out with 4,000 in a ring formation, and the entire point is we just have a ton of defense. Hopefully we don't get like one shot by an ability, but if we just stick here, I think we'll buy enough time for the city to hold against the siege weapon. Now up here, we have gotten pushed back a little bit, and so this isn't exactly ideal. I think we'll be retreating here now as best we can through our catapults. Actually, maybe we just come here. This guy, I'm not sure if he was coming for Liu Bei or just coming to pick that up, but this is an example of a weakness we need to pick up, because these guys are now getting adjacencies from 4 places, and this place is included, and so we need to put catapult towers on this spot too before we can really make too much progress. Although, this guy being confused, maybe we can just reconsolidate and use Huangfu Ziang and just march her back to here, something like this, to sit on the place so it doesn't get captured. Something like this, not making the best of progress. I guess with Liu Bei, the most productive thing we could actually do here is probably just build up a sort of fire trap and just wait, looking to prevent them from recapping this point, and then we'll just move in through here, something like this. We're also, of course, consolidating over here. We have marched out from here. These guys are going to soften Jianning up or capture Jianning. Either one's fine. He's looking to get the adjacent territories, and so we should be in good shape to take that city and then ask for surrender from them. And if that doesn't trigger all of China unifying against us, then maybe it's bugged, in which case, I don't know, it's not ideal. Ooh, didn't even see this guy coming over. That's not ideal either. He should just eat it to the fire trap and catapult tower combined. But we'll move that guy over. We'll move Zhang He over if we can. Hopefully he doesn't run through the fire. He might, though. But our idea is we need to recapture this port so that these guys are all stranded, is kind of the main idea here. Or we just need to take this, and then they'll be stranded over here as well, I believe. And so that works as well. Alright, let's see how this one down here shakes out. We also are beseeching Cao Cao, however it's pronounced, to release Guan Yu for us. Please? Pretty please? Yeah, this is fine. We really don't want to lose Guan Yu. Of course, we're going to be hostile again anyways. But now, hopefully Yang Kai is just going to have too much of a trouble getting in on anything. We're barely taking any damage, but if the siege unit gets in, we'll start taking a ton of damage. Alright, so we're marching through his territory, so we're just going to say no for now. But if we weren't marching through his territory, we would give it to him so that we could improve relations. And this is the point right here. In Catapult, the tactic gets used not on our city, which is exactly what we want, and these guys get trapped kind of with perfect timing. Man, we're so good at this game. And so this shook out pretty well. Let's take a look at how things are shaking out up here. Yeah, we're just kind of eating it. This guy's taking a decent amount of damage from the catapult towers, but it looks like he's gonna be in good shape. This guy is going to die to the combination of the fire trap and that. So I think we maybe loop around here and try and maybe get to here. If we lose the 1k troops, we lose them. This is fine. We'll go here, and maybe we got to start putting down catapult tower. Now, I think we know we want a fort here. And if we have a fort here, then we can... Ooh, or is it where we want one here? No, I think we want one... Where is it exactly we want one? Here? So if we want a catapult... If we want a fort here, then this is a good spot for a catapult tower. And if this is a good spot for a catapult tower, then this is a good spot for a catapult tower as well. Or wait, let's rethink all this. Because we're doing positioning, or we're thinking about the positioning. So if this is where our fort goes, then we can put a catapult tower here. Which means we can put a catapult tower here. Or here. Let's try putting it here. It's a little bit close to the city, so maybe this isn't the best place. Actually, So we'll go here, just looking to size it out perfectly. So this is the fort, this is a catapult tower, and then why don't we have one a little bit back? That way we can put a trap there. Yeah, I kind of like this right here. So we'll build a catapult tower here, maybe. Now, I think that we want to come forward maybe with someone that's decently sized to kind of back this up. And he's pretty good. We'll go march out with 7K in order to support this. So he will be there the following turn. And I think that this guy is not going to really be able to stand up. He has really high stats, but that's only when he's getting all these adjacencies, and he won't have as many adjacencies here. Here, he will only have one from Zhu Chang itself, unless he marches into Chen, which I'm not sure... Well, maybe he could do that, but either way, we're going to try and push Xinji here. Gonna see if the AI can pick up the city here. We don't really have too strong a preference who gets the city, although we are poised to take the city. If we... Yeah, well, actually, maybe we care a little bit. Maybe we don't want them to take it, but I think that the defense is looking pretty stern, and so we'll just wait for them to get exhausted and then swoop in and take it ourselves. We're still getting marched on in Chaisang, but this should be... We should be able to handle this relatively easy by going for this, which will give us the surround on this territory, and then Liu Nidu and his daughter will swoop in, and Ganning will swoop in for the kill on this. We are going after this port. We should be able to grab that and go back, so that one's headed pretty well. And here we're setting up some nice traps and this sort of stuff, looking to consolidate over here. Looks like he doesn't believe in... killing the catapult tower, which is so much the better for us. We're gonna relay over here and look to repair the catapult tower, and so we have like a nice kind of spread front. I think we're gonna move over here with Liu Bei and look to we can cut straight across, we're not scared of anything. Look to put down a sort of trap here, and sort of move it on over in this territory. We're going to try and start moving things over. It looks like this might be coming our way to deal with these little guys, but those guys will fall to the catapults pretty easily as long as we control a decent number of these adjacencies. So we're making progress, slow and steady. Alright, let's see what the AI's got in this AI versus AI fight. Notably, we have removed almost all the adjacencies for Liu Zhang, and they still have a couple adjacencies, and so maybe they can squeeze it out. I don't think they can. Yeah, 400 is a lot to be taking. This guy's highly defensive, but I think that's just off the back of an ability, and it's looking pretty grim for him. We could go directly after the city, but we don't want to aggro and actually fight. This guy, we want them to actually finish off the attack. We take the city, and then after we take the city, then we ask these guys down here to surrender. We also, just kind of a little bit of update, they are marching on us in this direction, but we should be able to hold this pretty comfortably with these 4 guys here, despite the fact that they're bringing a pretty large army. That should be fine. Zhang Ji should be able to kind of clean that up over there. And so we are renewed, kind of setting up here. Now, we remembered that we do want to put... let's see, was it here? So what we're looking for is the ability to have guys here and here, and have them be supported as possible by the fort. So if we have a fort here, then we can put a catapult here. So we're gonna relay here and build a catapult here. That way we are kind of pushing forward this area to eventually have the catapult here. Once Liu Bei picks this up, he will be able to sweep around. Maybe we just want to kind of go through this right now. Just relay and then return to this fire trap and repair the fire trap. Just kind of sneaking in, pushing in a little bit, curving around as it were. So I know we have the AI fight going off kind of in the left portion of the map, but here we do have something interesting going on. We have been we're trying to slower push this here, and we are about to get a surround over here, and we have their forces being engaged over here. Notably, they don't have the top tier boats, so we do have an advantage on that front. And so what we're looking to do is kind of have a big turn here. You know, we're looking to cut off Port Dong'an, which will be just temporary. We're getting chased by a few guys, just a ton of tiny little units, which is good for Mr. Hannibal Barca here. We do have Wu Kui coming in with the siege unit, and I think, oh, we don't have anyone recruiting here. That's not good. That's not what we want. We really want to have someone recruiting here. That's unfortunate. I was saying we're going to wait for the next wave of recruitment, you know, in order to push in with a unit from Genghis Khan. We still might do that with just the 5k, but this is kind of a little bit of a lot going on in just this one frame, and so we'll see what we manage to get done here. There's a ton of troops up there that's going on, you know, to fight, and also down here, and hopefully we get this surround. They're trying to head us off, and we have this little trade agreement coming in, or trade that's going to them. It's unfortunate. There's a ton of adjacencies here. These guys are really eating it into that unit. It's certainly not ideal. We do have a 79 against an 81, so this is the closest duel we've had in quite a while, so we'll just have a little bit of a watch sheet. The Mysterial guy, I think, is ours. That's probably not the best portrait. Oh, man. We're not getting the best of this. Yeah. It was close. Fair enough. He had more war anyways. But that's, it's annoying that we're injured. Oh, it looks like they're turning back on us. Not sure what the point of this is, because the other guy's on top of the city, but okay. Biju Huang is fighting, well, alright. It is what it is. 92 against 76 here. So we're gonna skip it, assuming we win. Kind of an interesting spot. I would have thought that it would be better for him to go for the city, and that's not ideal either. Yeah, this guy gets taken. Holy shit, that's a loud car. That's got some power. And both of our guys eat it, which is really not what we were looking for. Oh, we captured the guy off of winning the duel. That's kind of nice. Is this just doomed to fail? We can come back around here and repair this. I think we're beating these guys with our 10K, who's actually, yeah, we should just stick in on them. We're winning this. Despite them, these are all really good officers, but it doesn't matter. So we'll just look to advance here and do pretty well. Lu Meng and them are pretty good together. I think we'll sweep this guy around and look to repair the catapult tower. Just kind of trying to keep that guy a little bit safe. Oh man, I wish we had more troops here. It's going to be a while before we can get more troops there, but we could just march 5k with Genghis Khan up. I suppose I don't hate it, and we just like full send everything. And that should be fine. Rally, we would rather have, I guess we're going to have to teach him ability here, because we'd rather have disorder. So we are going to, well, we're going to reward, actually, let's not reward people yet. Let's do this. We're going to do this. We're going to release all auto appoint, which is going to boost the loyalty of some of them, and then we're going to reward everyone. And then we're gonna march out from here with all the... Oh, no, wait. We wanted to give him an ability. That's right. Learn... Sort by leadership. Because he has relatively high intelligence as well, so he can use disorder relatively well. And that will be pretty good. And he will get there also quickly because he has dash. And so this is one of the reasons we kind of had him coming in last. But we'll take that off and we'll use disorder, so we have, you know, 2 abilities that can't be used on a city, and we have a really good one to be used on a city. So when we have the tactics juice, that should happen. It comes in 30 days, which is relatively quick. But it's just a kind of hard city to take. Hopefully we can grab this and get the surround on these boys. That's kind of the idea here. They are kind of single filing us. We should have, yeah, we do have better stats, but not so much better that we like can't care about this at all. He's going back. We could actually even use these guys to advance on the city. once they clean up the troops over there, and maybe we do that and just have Hannibal hang out, there's not going to be more reinforcements forthcoming from here, which is kind of where a lot of them came from, so that's going to be good. This guy can just dust up him, which was the plan. He's going to take that. And then what's going on up here, just kind of a bit of an update. They are closing in. We are going to move our boys up. This is the plan. Actually, why don't we put a trap here as well? We're going to put a fire trap here. And these guys are all coming in, but they should just kind of smash against us. We have the fort for the extra defense, and they're also going to be eating damage from the catapults if they decide to come in that way, which is kind of the only way. And, oh no, Liu Bei! What happened? So he's going to get destroyed by either Cao Cao or Xiahou Yuan. Very strong officer. He's got dash. He moves very fast. One of my favorite heroes from the Three Kingdoms period. He's got longbow, dash, dauntless. So good. So I guess we're just kind of chilling and building over here, though. And we'll get back to it when we're about ready to pass, because this will be an interesting turn over here. Alright, let's peel it off here. See, we're also approaching the new year, which is going to be nice for finding new officers. Not that we really need them that badly here, but hopefully this guy... So this guy is going to... Yeah. Well, we run over that, but then he's coming in on it too. He might get it behind. And we get the surround and conquer. Big nice. So everyone's supply line is cut, including the guy who is coming for our dude. So that's kind of nice. And we are going to, you know, be able to recapture a lot of this stuff. I'm not sure what Pan Zhang is coming for, so we're just going to come here, relay, and then come back out. Look to not get into too much trouble. And now I think we can just come in and finish up this catapult tower and look to wait for this guy to get here. He is going to... I don't know where he's going. Oh, we can't control him. Cool. But we'll send all these guys... We'll set them to attack. Move that way, and then maybe move them down in case they're needed. I'm not sure they will be needed, but those guys will be pretty good. As far as what's going on up here, it looks like they left Liu Bei alone, which is fine. He's coming down. Wow, that's so much attack. I'm not sure we win this 1v1. Certainly not when Cao Cao joins. But it's just a lot of damage. How many adjacencies does this guy have? Is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. Kind of a little bit annoying. But we could move him down. We do have the catapult tower. So maybe we come here and then we look to build a fort here. Just slowly creeping up. I think we probably should have taken Mianzhu Gate. Okay, we're going to take it in just a sec. What is this about? I'm not sure what they're doing exactly. Maybe we just take out this fort and then retreat. And look to play this more back here near Jiangzhou, where we can cut off with Chengdu. This notably, we tried to move this guy back. This guy's morale is going to go down before his lifeline goes down. I guess we could actually just stay put and just do this. We just want to get both of our guys in on him, and so we'll move her up. And that should be good. I thought this was their unit down here, but it's actually his unit, so this will be fine. He's got no adjacencies, or just one. We can't get rid of the one very easily. Jamuka will head on back, and so, yeah, it's looking like we are probably about to pick up this city, and maybe going to pick up this city this episode. We'll see. Alright, let's see if we can pick this one up in relatively short order. It is also late December, so we will be having... Oh, no. No, no, no. We will refuse this. We want to hold on to Yan Ai. But, yeah, this is... He takes, like, no damage, this guy, which is a little bit grim. We ideally would have actually wanted to move backwards off of here. Hopefully... Oh no, come on. So we have like 55 versus 85. We just lose this. But this is like... I thought we were gonna get a city, man. And we return from the trade, so this is nice. The plus intelligence plus life extension will be super nice because we're gonna give it to Hannibal Barca. We would have loved to have just like... If we knew they were gonna march out, we would have actually just stayed put. Which is, of course, not within our control. Maybe we should have just waited to see. No one comes of age. But we're going to relay here, and then we're going to relay here, and then here, and then attack. And we're going to look to get her around them. Hopefully, she can just come in here and attack the city. And maybe we get in that way. It's unfortunate. So it's also tempting to actually send someone down. So we're going to need to kind of change up what we're doing here. We're gonna have someone be summoner and someone train, and then next turn we're gonna march out from here. We're gonna auto appoint delegate super. Next turn we're gonna march out from here to try and head off this stuff over here, so that the following turn or the next turn as well we can march out from here with like max troops with another unit to try and make sure this pushes through. We can trade again, we will be doing that. We can reward, and of course search now looks particularly good. Ziangji did eat some dust over here. I just don't think we can win this. The surrounds, yeah, the stats differential is just too big, so we're actually just gonna run away. We are going to allow retreat, disallow pursuit, and we're just gonna kind of cruise back and let them try, and I guess they're gonna destroy a lot of our catapults, but the adjacency bonuses are just too big for us to deal with, and we don't have enough troops on the field. They have way more troops here, so I think we're just gonna dodge them and kind of beat a little bit of a retreat. It looks like they're retreating from attacking over here, so we'll just march back to the city and content ourselves with that win. Man, there are so many loud cars today. Holy shit. But yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Over here, things are going okay-ish. We should be in... This guy should just eat it to the catapult tower, to be honest. Yeah, he's got like no defense. We don't even need to worry about that. And the catapult tower is done. So we might just... But we also... Well, he's gonna get a surround over here. So maybe we're supposed to get on the move over here. Kind of coming this way. And then I really want this guy to die to the catapult tower, which I think he is going to die. So we're just gonna leave him alone, which is perhaps a mistake. But we'll just look to get our guys in position to push the following turn. Yeah, I think he just eats it to the catapult tower. 391 defense isn't a lot. And if not, these guys are coming this way. We are going to have him ignore the enemy and just come on in this way. He's kind of the only one we actually want attacking the city. These guys, it would be fine if they just attack this guy and then peace out. So we're going to set them to do that. Just attack and then bail. This guy's taking down that camp for what it's worth, the classic AI. But we're also going to search up some new places, see if we can find any new officers. Alright, so on the left-hand side of the map, our forces got crushed. We're actually going to take another search because it is January, and while I think we've discovered everyone who's discoverable, searching is still a little bit important. And we will, we see these guys coming on up to help support. We're just going to try and dodge them with this boyo here. And we will send the rest in on the city in just a second. He came out. I don't think this is going to really work for him. Or it doesn't look like it. It's unfortunate we used our tactic juice. Nice that we capture Sima Yi. He's one of the better officers. Unfortunate our guy does bite the dust there. And so we now are in a situation where we are going to be attacking, you know, a city with only 5k troops, with 2 not very good units coming in, and so I think we can pull this off. Simi is a good one though. I think we can get in here. So we're gonna go relay and then fire attack. Hannibal Barca will come in straight away and just attack, and Genghis Khan will come in And then Liu Nidu will get here on his own time, which will be pretty quick, as it were, because he's pretty quick. Maneuver of 23. This guy is 23 and 25, so he's fast. Boy, is he fast. That is off the back of Vigorous mainly, which boosts all your stats when you're old, and he's an old dude, so he is boosted. We are trying to defend a little bit of our stuff here, or at least... yeah, we're trying to defend it a little bit. We can fight in this kind of area here. We're going to advance here and just look to hold it. We can fight here, but we can't fight over here. They'll have too many bonuses in this area, but they won't have enough in here, and so we can fight right here. But other than that, because there's only one adjacency inside here for them, and so we're maybe going to do that. We're also moving like 20k troops over here. Well, it looks like they want another piece of this, which is fine for us. We will march out to meet them. And then, of course, we can see the ruin. Our units were completely destroyed. This is really... it was too much to get through, and they have a really nice pairing of officers. These are custom officers of Mugzi and his son Mubi. So together, when they're adjacent to each other, they do get benefits, and... this guy increases the assault, and I think that's just he increases assault of allies. And then this guy just has defense and steel general. And so combined, these guys just are they're very very defensive, and was a little bit much for us to try and push through. With them still having an adjacency. If we'd taken this, we probably could have pushed through that, but we didn't have any kind of allied things. Now, these guys are just kind of trumping around up here. We don't really hate it. We kind of need more troops to really do something about it, or want to just like open engage them. But we'll probably do something about it. But it's gonna be us taking this in just a moment. All right, let's grab it here. We are ready. I don't see any way they can possibly resist this, you know, with just one adjacency, and I don't see a way for them to get another, and so we will use our abilities on the city. Now, we are taking a ton of damage, but that's because our catapult's not in yet. God, it takes so long for them to march up. I thought that was going to be a wham bam thank you ma'am affair right there. Alright, let's get this bread, and by bread I mean city. We are going to get at least one city this episode. Was really thinking we were going to get two there, but their units were just too good. Man, we are eating a ton of damage though. Maybe we're not even going to get this city. That would be catastrophic. Come on. We just need a decent tactic to trigger here. But, we no such luck. And it looks like, you know, Genghis Khan's unit is about up. In fact, he does have Sima Yi, so we're just going to retreat him. He has Sima Yi that he has captured. We would rather have Sima Yi than, like... Well, I guess... I don't think having him in guarantees the city, but... Okay, so much for capturing the city, too, I guess. Alright, third time's the charm, right? That has to be how this works. This is going to be... I mean, I have to imagine we get it. This guy's not set up really well to take cities, and we're taking so much damage. It looks like we get him out of there at least, but we haven't triggered like a single tactic that's like been good for us, except for, I think that fire one was one. But, you know, it's been a little bit rough out here. Alright, we do get the unit downed, and it looks like... Our guy does escape, and this looks pretty good for us. And by third time's a charm, I really meant fourth time's a charm. All right, let's peel a turn off here. I think that this should be pretty good for us. They only have one adjacency, and we have the fort aspect, and we also have this coming in, which will give us above 250. So they will be coming back with some more stuff for us. Can we get there in time? Or is the fire trap going to be awkward for us? The fire trap might be a little bit awkward. Now, they are almost out of troops, and we are going to release... I really hate releasing Sima Yi, but I really want to get their relation above enemies to see if we can get them to surrender, because they don't have a lot of troops left, and so this is kind of the easier way. Oh, we're hostile again. Why are we hostile? I don't think we were engaged in any sort of combat with them. We got this situation here now, though, where there's some fire. I think this is good for us. We might have to advance on this guy, actually, though. But other than that, this guy's going to hit the fire trap there. This guy's going to come in there and just eat a ton of damage. I think that we're in good shape here. So our sort of sub-division here, the red guys here, which are controlled by the AI, this is the culprit as to why our relations with Sun Ce is falling. They're probably going to fall to hostile, which is a bit unfortunate. We would not have wanted to release Sima Yi over that. He's a very strong officer, and so we are big sad on that front. But I guess we're just going to peel another one off here and see how this shakes out, but then we're probably going to call it an episode after this. I think that this should be pretty good for us. They don't have too many adjacencies. Yeah, so... Oh, looks like they think this is enough. We are trying to estrange him and employ this guy. This guy wrecked us kind of a little bit earlier. In Chengdu, he was just kind of ruining our face. And so, yep. That's some damage. Alright, so I guess we'll be bringing everyone back. They've had enough of that. Unfortunately, we haven't... Our relations with Sun Ce have not devolved to below hostile. We are sending him money right now, but we are hoping that we can help him out. It looks like he might lose a city here. Just needs to grab this, and then this will be completely surrounded, or these two. And so, if Lu Bu grabs the city, he should be maybe willing to submit to us, which will give us a really good situation for when everyone unites against us, which I'm not sure if this is forthcoming. I mean, if we take a whole bunch of... if we have half of China and they're not uniting against us, we'll probably just call it a run, but we'll see how things go. So not the most eventful past few turns, although we have been retaking some ground on this Zhucheng front. Notably, they don't have anyone in sight. They had a ton of troops have to go up here in order to deal with combined attacks from Yuan Shao and Lu Bu, and they're getting attacked over here, and so maybe now's a good opportunity. We do have this coming on up, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for a demand of a surrender on Sun Ce's army. If this works, we will just pick up 3 cities big nice, and we will be in a position where we can very easily defend, because defending on water is generally easy, and we will have this entire water corridor locked up, cinched up for when everyone unites against us. I assume everyone unites against us following their surrender, if this surrender thing works, and we'll see exactly how this does. Now, can we make a little bit of a trap somewhere in a useful spot? I guess we'll put down a trap here, just in case, you know, we can get something done. Maybe we want a fire trap here as well. Both will trigger at the same time because the fire traps will trigger each other, but perhaps this is okay. Just has this giant wall of fire created. It's just another 300 gold, not too big a deal. And we'll see if Sun Ce does accept our request that he kindly give up his arms, and they give them to us. Surrender. He said, the warlord says no. Yes, sweet. So, his army collapses. Notably, this is funny because we're playing Liu Biao, who actually killed Sun Ce's father. So, this would never happen in history. And I'm guessing this triggers the unification. But we will be in a good spot following this, especially because we're poised to take Zhucheng now. Does it trigger unification? Okay, so it looks like maybe nothing's happened quite yet, but we have a ton of organizational stuff to do in regards to moving a whole bunch of officers, rewarding people, you know, changing titles. We have picked up an enormous amount of officers. I guess we should just take a look kind of through them, the ones that are affiliated in each city. So let's go, city info, officers. And we have picked up all the Wu guys, notably Chengpu, very strong guy. We will be, he's also just kind of very solid. I really like Chengpu a lot in these games. These custom officer, who's pretty good at recruiting, custom officer, he's kind of medium. Son Quan, who's the brother of Sun Ce, he is kind of the warlord over Wu, and we will be almost certainly changing what we are doing in terms of policies. But let's see, anyone else particularly good looking? No, not super, super good. So let's come into this city and just take a look at the officers. Why don't we sort by leadership? Lu Chan is a custom officer who's just kind of medium. Nope, this isn't where the power really is here. So they must all be in the other city, which makes sense, which is also probably less moving around for us. There we see the first one that's really good is Sima Yi, who is has a nice combination of both dash and vantage ground. So when he's moving on his own territory, he's like is incredibly fast. There's not really too many people who have the similar double speed boost setup, which he has, and also Inscrutable Schemes is one of the best abilities in the game, making this like probably. I mean, Sima Yi might even be the best officer in the game in vanilla without the inclusion of other people just in his entirety, because he also has just a really, really solid stat line. And his strength isn't even that low. His lowest isn't even that low. Zhou Yu is very good. Transcendent Fire, pretty good. Applies all status ailments. Applies all status ailments is a pretty good thing generally. We have Extreme Blaze. All enemy abilities decreased. He's also quite strong. Not quite as strong, but he does have Water Warlord, so he's going to be incredibly useful, as will Zhou Yu. Both these guys are going to allow us to defend very, very easily. Odu Nobunaga is, of course, a Warring States Daimyo. He's an unlockable character. He is quite good. He has dash as well, and let's see. Yeah, he does have dash. Wicked and Dependable are both very, very good. Fang Qiao is one of the better officers, the best officers. That is one of the custom officers, very high intelligence leadership. She's kind of similar to Zhuge Liang. Sleeping Dragon might be the very best of all of these gold abilities. It increases the length of status ailments, and it grants immunity to status ailments, and traps are nullified after entering their range. And then she has the unique ability Conductor of Fate, which extends and shortens status ailments for nearby allies, or extends on enemies, shortens on allies, and recovers a little bit of troops. Supportive, all male officers' abilities are increased, which this is almost all officers. Inventive, really good with a siege weapon, and Sensible cancels false information. She's probably the best in her entirety for leading siege. She's very similar to Zhuge Liang, who's one of the better officers in the game. She has Wise Counselor. Before, she did have Zhuge Liang's ability, and Wise Counselor is not quite as good, but resolving status ailments and curing wounded combined with Disorder and Beauty's Dance, which applies all of the status ailments, is pretty good, but Beauty's Dance will not apply on cities. Anyways, this is an unlockable officer from... you can unlock him. He is from the Prince of Wei from the Warring States period. He's one of hero from Chinese literature who's quite good at all as well. Enemies of All is a pretty good one. He's Lone Horseman, also very strong, Divine Power, Courageous. He's got very, very strong abilities. Unlockable officer. This is a custom officer. This is custom ability, more maneuver and more siege. So she's pretty good at knocking down cities by herself. She has abilities that will activate on base, and two very strong bow abilities. He's a Ministerial Warlord type custom officer, and he is Confucian with Foil the Enemy. So we will probably be reforming the administration pretty heavily here. This guy is not a custom. He's an unlockable officer, General of Chu. Notable is he has Strength and Fish 6, so he's quite strong on that front. And defense is a really strong ability. I like it a lot. Increases the defense of your unit, allows you to kind of maneuver. This is a custom officer who is modeled after the Shanyu people. Taishi Shi died too young. He was very strong in the Three Kingdoms era. Straightforward. He ran straight forward into an ambush, which is how he died. Died in the battle. Died during Sun Tzu's attack on Hefei. Kublai is, of course, Kublai Khan, which we have together with Genghis now. So that's going to be really good. He has dash, and does he have vantage ground as well? Yeah, so he is the combination of dash, vantage ground that we featured with Sima Yi. And he also has dependable, so... he can get even more speed than Sima Yi if he has a bunch of units around him, which they can't keep up. This guy's an unlockable. This one is a pretty solid custom officer with Vantage Ground and Strategy Master, which is a pretty good combo. And Chaos Master Maker is pretty good ability, applies both Distorter and Restrained. That is one of the better ones. And it looks like Lu Meng is a very strong historical officer. And then we're kind of getting lower and lower because we were sort by leadership. So let's sort by intelligence now, and we will see we have mainly the same guys, but a few new ones as well. Or most of the guys we've already seen. Tian Wen will be pretty good. He's a decent leader too. Does he have? Yeah, he has a good ability too. And so we will take a quick look at reforming the administration, I think, and then come back with that and then call it an episode, and then in the interim kind of organize everything. So we do want to keep Hannibal Barca here for the level 9 Strengthened Armed Forces. We could maybe... Let's see if there's any Confucian. No, we don't pick up any Confucian thing. Really like having everything level 10, which we get with this 4+3+3, so we'll stick on that. Now, can we get, is there anyone who's Confucian here? There's Confucian for developed facilities, but we kind of want to have, we want to maintain the level 10 on facilities because this is allowing us to build the catapult towers, which are going to be really important. And so we have research terrains. We definitely want to get a higher level of research terrains, so it would be fantastic. So let's see, we have 2 levels of research terrains. And what we need is, for 5 points, for 1 additional point, we could instead have... Let's take a look. So we have a level 3 research terrains, so that is going to be good. And so what we can do is come off of Kwai and come off of the Trickery. We probably won't need that. And then use Song Sheng, and then we will need another level 3 research terrains, and we could do this, and we're gonna have to free up 3 points somewhere. We might have a Confucian trained engineers, which would be fantastic. We have reform expenditures. No, we don't. So we might not be able to do this the way we want. We could get rid of For the People here. No. We have a couple For the Peoples that are available that are Confucian. But I think... I mean, our old administration might have been a little bit better. Let's see. I mean, we could... Tour areas is going to probably not be, at this point, as good as Prepare Register. So we could at least do that. Especially level 4 Prepare Register. So we'll have level 7 in a lot of these. And I guess we're just waiting for this next level to kind of do something. If only we had someone who was like developed facilities or something like this, where we had it... Confucian. I mean, if we had more slots, we could do it cheaper. Having someone who is trained engineers with Confucian would be also super nice. I mean, we could get rid of Imperial Academy, but I kind of like it. Okay, well, let's just cancel any changes. And, oh no, we did want to change that one thing. We will change that one thing. Instead of tour areas, we are going to Prepare Register with the level 4 Prepare Register for Kuiyan. And so that'll be okay. So a little bit of a modest upgrade. We will be, in the interim, shuffling all the officers around that we have recruited, this sort of thing, and just hoping that we get a unification against us. I mean, maybe we even will just want to pass the turn and give it one turn to kind of feel things out. And so maybe we'll do that. Alright, let's take a turn and see if everyone unifies against us here. We're also getting close to the point where we want to be pushing through here. You know, we're coming from both sides. Liu Bei is going to be picking up this place. She's going to be headed over to Yangdi. We are trying to improve relations with Shan Yu to secure our rear. Probably going to just keep giving them money. And things are looking really, really good. But there's no unification against us. So this might be the second to last episode. We're probably going to play a little bit to see if next episode we can get a unification against us. But if there's not going to be any unification, this is effectively a win here, where we already control, you know, near 50% of China. We control 45% of China. If the AI doesn't immediately unify everything against us with significant buffs, then it's not going to be much of a challenge, and we have a lot of bookkeeping type stuff to do here in regard to what's going on right now, because we got to move a bunch of officers over and do a lot of this stuff, and so we'll do that in the interim, and then try and see next episode. Next episode might be short if it seems like bugged out or whatever, basically, and if it is, that's a bit unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do here.